Welcome to the Ripple Effect, and today we have the great and powerful Kimberly Teagan. Once again, thank you so much for coming today.
Hi, Noah. Good morning. You always make me blush when you say that.
Well, I think that's on purpose, to just get you into a fun, warm fuzzy, to open up the mind and open up the muse and have a great conversation.
Well, thank you. I always love being here. I have to tell you the music to the Ripple Effect.
Yeah.
Sometimes I will just like play it over and over again. It just makes me want to dance in my seat. And the little hop, hop, skip, shuffle. Yeah. Like, I got to learn that.
You like that little,
those moves. Yeah.
You like that little clip in there?
Yeah.
Listen, I enjoyed that clip. I think it's cool. I think it's really fun. And I think the animation is cool. It gives people kind of a perspective of what the bayou might feel like.
Absolutely.
You know, because Gene is in the bayou right now. And,
hey, Gene. Wherever you at.
What up, Gene?
Hey,
buddy. And yeah, so it's a fun song. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, it just makes me happy. It makes me smile. But yes, thank you for having me again.
Oh,
this
of course.
Is so much fun. And I have to tell you, as bummed as I was that I was not able to make last week, you and Peter were so much fun to listen to.
Were we?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, just the topic of conversation, like bringing in that IT intelligence.
That element.
That element of it. And then bringing in the spiritual piece of it and just marrying the two is just, it's really, yeah. I mean, I watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I loved the from the Sphinx to the pyramids to, I'm a huge Nikola Tesla fan too.
Yeah.
You know, I just learned about him not too long ago.
Yeah, same, kind of.
7, 8 years ago.
I was in the same boat.
And I thought, why did we not learn about this in school? I wonder. You know, he was going to, he had all these coils to be able to power people for miles and miles and miles. For free, and grabbing energy from the earth, from Mother Earth. And there's actually a series on Netflix called The Tesla Files. And I think it's only 6 or 7 episodes.
Small series, yeah.
Very fascinating.
Yeah.
Very fascinating.
Yeah.
And so, of course, you guys started to get into a little bit of the fun conspiracy stuff with like government taking some stuff over.
But is it really a conspiracy?
See, yeah.
You know, I mean, maybe. Or is it true?
Okay, so I'm going to make a bold statement, and I'm going to stand by it. I haven't met a conspiracy theorist situation that hasn't turned out to be true yet.
In some way.
In some way, shape, or form.
Right.
When people say, oh, aliens don't exist. I mean, where are we at now, guys?
Disclosure.
You know.
We have aliens. Nobody's listening. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Go to work.
You know, just, I don't know. There's just so many different things. And I truly believe that there were higher beings that assisted in the development and the building, the infrastructure of the Great Pyramids of Egypt.
I mean, it seems possible. And he had some good comments about the Sphinx, and they won't let him dig underneath the Sphinx.
Nope.
At all. They can scan all they'd like, but they can't acquire or identify anything underneath it. Right. In one of the Dolores Cannon books, I can't remember which one it is, but I'll
tell
people who Dolores Cannon is.
Dolores Cannon is a spiritual author. She's a hypnotherapist. She actually passed.
Yeah.
I think maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe a little bit longer, but she's got some of the most incredible books out there. And she originally just started out with helping people, just with regular hypnotherapy. And she started realizing that there was a pattern when she would put people into the hypnosis, that there was a lot of people that wanted to talk about like before they even showed up, before they were born, where
different
they
lives.
were, so many different lives. And pretty fascinating, great stuff. But she started seeing a pattern with all these people talking about, like, where they were before they were actually human, and that they were untethered and they were just kind of floating out in the ether and looking down at, things. And so she started realizing there was a pattern of, like, I don't know, she did like several, I don't know how many studies, because it's been a while since I read her books, but she did several studies, and then after getting like 300 or 3,000, who knows, can't remember the number, she was like, wow, this is something we need to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
And
my ears are ringing.
Yeah, so, different lifetimes, us being energy, people coming in and bringing in, like, people would go in there for past life regressions. And, let's say someone's fearful of the dark. You know, she can go into she can take them into a hypnotic state and realize that in their past life, they were placed into a cave and, you know, water came in and, you know, they ended up drowning. So, you know, you can pretty much correlate like why you're fearful of certain things in this life because of this, you know, the situations and the scenarios from your past life. So her books are very, when I say juicy, I mean juicy to the point where if you are looking for spiritual stimulation, this is...
well, she's got some of the greatest like shorts and, you know, reels that I've seen on the internet.
Oh, she's absolutely fan. She talks about, you know, the fifth dimension, the new earth. So... yeah, she talks about the split that, you know, a lot of people know about this. A lot of people don't. And it's hard to conceptualize that split. Well, like somebody said to me one day, a couple years ago, me as well, people say, okay, well, like, Kim, what do you mean the earth is splitting? What do you mean like... timelines are changing? It's like, you know, you're still going to wake up and you're still going to recognize your life. But it's going to be in a different reality. You're either going to stay in 3D because maybe your soul has chosen to assist humanity in that 3D world continuing moving forward. And we're not the only ones talking about this. There are hundreds of thousands of people talking about this shift that's coming. Yeah. Right? And it's been going on for a while, right? And so it's just, so it's not like you're not going to be able to see the people that you still love. It's just that your realities and your timeline. So, you know, I don't know. Sometimes it blows my mind because I don't always know how to explain it to people. I just know what feels right when I do talk about it. Well, Stephen mentioned everybody's going to have a home. Right? You're all going to have your spot. Yeah. Some people are just going to stay. Yeah. Right? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's wild to talk that through. I mean, biblical, wild, woo-woo, all of it. Yeah. Right? Yeah. I wonder what the Vatican's saying about this. Oh, gosh. Don't even get me started on the Vatican. So here's, I do have a theory about the Vatican. Yeah. I do feel that there is a lot of, like, very, very important documents that we're not supposed to know about. The truth, how we can time travel, how we can remote view, how we can we're all just energy, you know, we're crystalline vibration, and I think they've buried it underneath there. Well, you know, we just watched this great episode of Rogan. Yes. He had an excellent, I'm going to pull it up for everybody. He had an excellent guest on, and she is a scientist. Is she a neuroscientist? Neuroscientist. Yeah. This lady is talking about extra special gifts that people have that she can measure based on electrical current in your skin or heartbeat rhythms or whenever your body is reacting. And it's funny that males actually have a much higher reaction than females. Did you pick that up in her clip? I don't know that I got that far in it because it was like a 2 hour, 50-minute. So I've been like, you know, taking it in small chunks because it's such great information. Yep. So I'm gonna just pull it up for people because I think, you know, for the skeptics out there, like my mom, Janine. Hi, Janine. Hi. I hope you watch this. Hi, Janine. There's some real science behind people that are, that have gifts, period. That's all there is to it. And she's measuring them. So when she's measuring these things, and she's coming up with real data, then it puts some validity behind the comments, behind the statements, right? Right. Here she is right here. Julia. Is it Mossbridge? Mossbridge, yeah. I'm just going to put this on. I'm not going to play it because I don't want Joe to get mad at me. Joe, call us. We'd love to chat, Joe. Give us a buzz. Julia Mossberg. Julia, yeah, it's really fascinating, you guys. I mean, yeah. Check it out if you have time. I mean, it is a long pod. It's a long pod, but you got to take it. For me, I had to take it in small little doses because it's just like, wow, that was. Yeah. I'm still processing what she just said 5 minutes ago, and here we are 5 more. You know, and I have to kind of slow down Well, and I watch things in 1.3. Yeah. So I'm just like, give it to me all as fast as you can so I can process it and move on to the other challenging things in my life that are going on. Right. But one thing she did say that was very parallel for me is that she doesn't get words. She doesn't have an inner voice. She gets pictures. She gets feelings and emotions. So she doesn't have the narrator or that inner voice narrator providing her that. Sure. Right. And isn't that like that's like the claircognizance,
Yes.
where you don't know how you know.
Clairvoyance.
You just
I
know
think she
it.
was saying clairvoyance.
And a clairvoyance for sure, but like a knowing, but not knowing how it's coming.
Or
Just
precog.
trusting.
She said precog too.
Okay.
Because she was doing, what was she doing, Kim? She was getting these messages in dreams, mostly, right? When she was 7, I don't know how I remember all this stuff. I record all the time.
Yeah.
All the good and all the bad. I record it all.
Yeah.
Right here. But she was saying when she was 7, she had this precog dream that her friend was going to lose a watch on the park, in the playground, or on the playground somewhere. And she had 3 pieces of variable information from that dream that turned out to be true. And when you have that to be true,
Yeah.
right, then she was pretty clear
Tapped in.
on that, right? Clairvoyant, precog, whatever we want to call that. And it's probably a different term in a dream, right? So if you're awake and you're like, oh, something's about to happen,
Yeah.
clairvoyance,
Yeah.
or clairaudio, or clair whatever special thing you're getting that she was measuring for all these studies that she's done. And then, of course, all these historical studies that she's done, compiling 28 studies over 40 years, identifying patterns within these studies on how they were evaluating these, special gifted people. And we're talking about people that are non-auditory, can't even speak. So a lot of the studies she was doing was on autistic younger people that didn't have auditory skills, but they still can communicate with a keyboard. And they didn't have much control of their body either. Right. So whatever their frontal cortex or their frontal lobes, whatever those parts of their brain, their machine, their meat computer, whatever was doing the things that they were doing to pick up telepathy between each other, because they were talking about a beach ball. Did you hear about this beach ball timeline thing? Okay. I'm going to explain it real quick for people, because what these non-auditory autistic kids that have super special gifts were doing was they were communicating on a plane that was non-auditory, talking about bouncing a beach ball in a timeline so they could pick up on that event and then identify whatever song was being played or whatever thing was being played. They could pick up on that
Just like
bounce,
that, yeah.
right? On whatever timeline they wanted.
I know. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I mean, that's
And
some pretty
measure
crazy
it.
stuff,
And
right?
measure it. And get it measured from a scientist
Yeah.
and see real body physiological feedback from that loop of information. And these kids, these young people, were communicating with each other on that plane. Because one person talked about the beach ball, but they all knew about it. Well, not all of them, but some other of the, we'll call them precogs or gifted, they knew about this project with the beach ball.
Well, I think it was Dolores Cannon too that talked about the children that are being born, I think in 2000, I can't remember the dates, but the concept is that, I mean, think about it, we're constantly evolving, right, as humans.
Absolutely.
We're kind of moving into this, children these days or kiddos these days, they're talking about like ADD or ADHD or sensory issues and things like that. It's because they are being born with different gifts, whether it's they're able, eventually in 10 to 15 years, we will probably be able to remote view our children and just be like, oh, let me just check and see where they're at. Oh, there they are. Oh, they're at the park.
They don't need a cell phone.
They don't need a cell phone anymore.
Yeah, we got them.
We're going to be able to, as well as communicate. We won't need that telephone. If I want to talk to you, I'm going to be like, all right,
Bling, bling.
I'm dialing up to our channel and I'm going to be able to just telepathically communicate with you.
Yeah.
And that's eventually where we are headed.
Yeah.
The world's not prepared for that right now.
No, I'm surprised Joe had her on, because now millions and millions of people are going to see that there's actually scientific backing to a lot of these special gifts, right? And they're being tracked. They're able to measure and reproduce experiments. And they talked about the double slit experiment and the observer effect and all these other things that we talk about all the time. We just don't have 11 million people watching us.
Yeah.
Thanks, Joe, for picking up on my topics.
It was so great though, and I still need to get through it because but it's very fascinating.
Yeah.
And
well, it reminded me of you, because you get your gifts are very specific for you. right?
I don't always get the visuals. Like when I first got the gift after, my nanny passed.
Yeah.
Like, as you know, like it was more of a knowing. It was just, and someone had told me that was just claircognizance. You don't know how you know what you know. You just
know.
Get it and you know it and you just speak it. And you're like,
I know.
What's that about? Right. But then as I started really developing, continuing and educating myself on spiritual gifts, and, now I'll get music in they always talk to me in music lyrics.
Yeah.
They always talk to me, they'll give me little flashes of, imagery when I'm doing a reading, or, they may show me, and we've talked about this before, they may show me a football field and, a football with a signature on it. And I may say to you, did you and your grandfather ever go to a football game all the time? And, oh my gosh, Kim, as a matter of fact, we went to a Super Bowl together and I got assigned, whatever. So like it comes in many different avenues,
and sometimes they're not always on. Right.
Exactly.
Sometimes the imagery's not always on. Sometimes the song lyrics aren't always on. Sometimes they flip.
Yep. Sometimes
they're all quiet.
Absolutely.
And you're like, God damn it, what happened?
That's how I felt last week.
Just out of spirit and stuck in the 3D. Just you were kind of sick, under the weather.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling well, and I was telling you that last week I was so in my body.
Yeah.
So it was so dense.
Yeah.
It was just and go home. Somebody come get me. Somebody pick me up. Like, it just didn't feel. I mean, I know there needs to be a balance between being astral and being here, because we obviously have to live in the 3D. But last week was just such a heaviness. It was a loneliness being so in the body. So another reason why I'm happy to be here today, because now I'm like, woo. Tethering out there again. I'm the girl who's going to push it to the end of the, my son would always say, well, Mom, just go to the end of your leash and bark. So like, I'm tethering and I'm going all the way out to the end of my tethered leash and I'm going to bark, but I'm not going to, So that's
Can we put a leash on you?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Otherwise, I'll just tether off and I won't come back. And then we're like, where'd Kim go? I don't know. She can't find her soul. She's out there somewhere.
We can't do that. I'm not going to bring a leash here for you.
Oh, that's funny though. But I mean, visually, if you think of your cord, right? Like your human cord, your soul connected to your human body, and the cord goes, right? If I didn't have the body tethered, I probably would have just floated off like a hot air balloon.
Great visuals.
I know. Speaking of great visuals, so we did a really fun experience today with Noah.
Oh, let's talk about this. Yes, because we're gonna put a product review on this. I'm gonna do and Kim watched me do this whole thing. I'm gonna do a step by step on how this Nova by
Luminate.
Luminate is the model for this particular thing.
So there's the.
Yeah.
See if you can see it.
There you go. I'm gonna zoom in actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Give you a little.
Zoom in.
Show them the inside too.
Okay, so, and then here, so what's great is let's just.
And that's the screen. That's the tiny little screen right there. That's just LEDs. It's just an LED strip.
Let's see. Oh my gosh, why can't I get
It's because it's reverse.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
So that little light, that little strip right there.
Little light bar right there, yeah.
Is an LED. And so we put this on Noah today before we started the podcast. And up top you can. Obviously, you turn it on and if you need to lower the brightness behind your eyes, or you can, of course.
There's some adjustments there.
There's some adjustments, and it's by Nova. And I actually found this on Facebook, you guys. I've been checking it out for a while. I mean, it's really quite a psychedelic experience without the psychedelic experience. I mean, it's just, how would you explain it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the visuals there, the patterns that show up, the beats, it was, I was counting 4 beats per second as far as how the light was pulsing. And then, I talk about this whole thing. I want to put it at the end of this podcast. So if you guys want to watch this whole product review, you can catch it right at the end. I'll splice it in there. And it was just an incredible experience. And then I do want to bring up that you have the AirPod 3s, the noise canceling from Apple, and they were awesome, first of all, but have a good audio experience too. So have something ready, to plug in. And I think, is it USB-C that you can probably plug in the headphones, right? Yeah. To there, right?
Yep, absolutely.
So if you have the corded ones, those are great, obviously. If you have noise canceling Bose or whatever, it's going to Bluetooth to your phone, right? That's how that works.
Yep. And excuse me, it comes with you download an app. And so if you want to use it for sleep, to reduce anxiety, like one of the things I do talk about, if you, can't handle or you don't like the flashing lights. Like you obviously don't want to do it if you're prone to seizures, things like that. Like obviously like health issues that you want to like make sure that you're okay before you do it.
And they have all those disclaimers. They talk about all that stuff. So
absolutely.
And I'm sure on their website as well. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And then you just go into the app and you choose like what do you want. And what's really beautiful about this product, and which is really quite fascinating to me, is that your mind is what creates
the patterns
and the visuals. So you can do one of your favorite sessions 2, 3, 4, 5 times for forever, and you're never going to get the same visual that you got the first time around.
They're different all the time.
Yeah.
And this price point was very manageable. It's not thousands of dollars. It's not $500. This is sub $250. And on a special, you're going to get a good deal. Yeah. Right?
Yep. I think I got it with shipping and $145 or $165 max.
See?
And but then you do have to pay for the yearly app.
Oh,
which is a little bit of an addition.
Well, there's the getcha. They got you on that.
But they're constantly rolling something new out, so I'm comfortable with, having that piece of it. But you guys, this is a deal changer.
Game changer.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Deal changer. Game changer. That's the word.
Yeah.
Because if you ever really want to experience what it feels like to have your third eye open, there were times when I tried it my very first time, and I was literally thinking to myself, oh my God, are my eyes open or closed?
Yeah.
Wait, I almost felt like I was gaslighting myself because I knew that I'd close my eyes and put the mask on, but everything was so beautiful and so crisp right here that I doubted for a split second, several times, that my eyes were not open.
Well, and because when I went into the experience as well, and I talk about this at the end, it was just different, right? There was different visuals when I was starting, and then it normalized. So that was interesting to see that transition. It didn't last very long, maybe 5-6 seconds for that transition, but it was very noticeable to me. Now, are you going to use this just as a day-to-day or from time to time, or what are you thinking this mask is for you?
So for me, it just helps me kind of decompress. If maybe I want to get into a creative mode, or if I can't shut my mind off and I just want to kind of blast off and out. Because somehow or another, as soon as you put that mask on, it's like you've walked through some kind of a portal already. Honestly. Yeah. And so sometimes at night I'll do it just to kind of get a nice kind of slumber for sleep. Gets me nice and like relaxed into a deeper wave.
Absolutely.
But then there's times that I've used it where I'm like, okay, I want to start my day. I want to be open. Yeah. Open to new concepts, open to new thoughts. So I don't really think there's anything that I would say no to about doing it around, honestly. Morning. Except for maybe a couple drinks, a couple glasses of wine or a couple beers, probably not. And it does ask, have you had anything to drink? Right. Because, it could make you dizzy or it could make you feel a little loopy if you've been drinking.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. No, that does not sound fun.
No, I'm not really drinking at all. I've not really enjoyed alcohol.
Yeah.
It was in my life and it is not anymore, and it's so much better.
Good for you. Good for you. That's great.
I mean, a cocktail every once in a while. Sure. A social event. Yeah. A non-alcoholic beer for lunch. I'll do that. Oh, heck yeah. I'll order a Corona NA sitting at the, Mexican joint or whatever we're at, but I don't need to be taking any of that whiskey. That part of my life is gone. Yeah. It's best.
It is best. They call it the devil juice.
They call it the devil juice for a reason.
For a reason. And I have conversations with people sometimes, and they're like, well, marijuana is just as bad. And sorry, but I kind of say no, it's not.
No, it's not. How is marijuana worse than alcohol?
I just don't. I mean,
it reduces inflammation. It's not rotten. Right. Right. It's a dried product. It's been cared for carefully, cured. Right. Right. If it's prepared the right way, and provides healing to your body.
Yeah. You don't black out and do stupid shit that you wished you didn't.
Nobody's ever passed away from doing marijuana.
Exactly.
Ever.
Yeah. Okay, so you may get a little lazy, and you may, well, maybe for some people out there, a lot lazy. Sure. And you're a couch potato, and maybe you're eating everything from, in your pantry. I mean, of course, everything's going to have like little side effects, but like, I just don't see where alcohol and marijuana even are in the same category.
They're not. They shouldn't be.
I agree.
They shouldn't be at all. Marijuana is all these good things, in my opinion, and can make you creative too. You can get up and do stuff. You can paint. You can do housework, right? And it's not an unenjoyable task if you've got something to help you along.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Or you can just inflame your body with alcohol, hurt your liver, right? Do all these things that are, derogatory to yourself, and then feel shitty the next day.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
I got
then
a
start it
hangover.
all over and have it, what do they call it? The hair of the dog, just because I
know. The Bloody Marys. And listen, the problem is, and I think you know this too, is that it's just everywhere in our culture. It's on television, everywhere. Every show you watch, somebody's got a drink in their hand. And you'll notice it.
Yeah.
And when you wake up to that and you start to see that, you're like, why is that? Everybody's drinking. On the soap operas, on the sitcoms, everywhere.
Well, and it's also such people have connected it to, what do you want to do tonight? I don't know. Let's just go get some drinks. It's
something to do.
Something to do, right? I don't know. I'm so ready for alcohol to just be.
I know. Back burner. I
Yeah,
know. Listen,
back burner
I got a buddy that lives behind me, and he worked in that space for a long time. And now he's not. He's more in the public space. He's not in the alcohol space. He's more in the soft beverage space. But he was saying that alcohol has seen a significant decrease in sales.
Okay, amen to that. Sorry.
Yeah. No, so there's market feedback there too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for having a glass of wine here or doing this, but I just don't, I feel like it's become, so, there's so much pressure around it, especially with our kid. I love to hear Red Rocks is doing, these gatherings where there's no alcohol involved and people are dancing and listening to music.
Or yoga.
Exactly, yoga or listening to a sound bath. But I'm watching, thanks to you, Noah, I'm watching this show on Netflix, which I am so addicted to.
Oh, yeah?
It's called Vikings, right?
Such a good show.
But think about it. Even when we were out killing the woolly mammoth and we were, cavemen and cavewomen, they were finding something. I mean, there's always been some kind of alcohol or something.
There's been something to poison your body.
Something that's been poisoning, us. Yeah. And so, I'm ready for that to move on.
Yeah, me too. It doesn't have to be such a cultural thing for us.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
There's a lot of cultures that don't drink this much. A lot. And there's some that drink way more.
Yeah.
Listen, I had some friends from Laos, and they lived 2 houses down. And God forbid they would have a party for their daughter that was turning 6.
Yeah.
Because 45 people would show up from all over Denver, and then 12 bottles of Hennessy would show on the table. And then the shot glasses would go around. These people can Hennessy. They can Hennessy. They also had excellent food, crispy fish and chicken feet and things like that I tried. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Because we don't do that here at all in the United States. We don't cook chicken feet and eat them like chips.
Chicken feet.
Crunchy.
It's
crispy fish, whole, not gutted in any way, fried right on the grill. Yeah, it's like a chip, really thin.
Wow.
Very interesting food choice, but I did love the egg rolls.
Okay.
They were the best. And the sticky rice, of course.
I love sticky rice. I love all that yummy stuff. Chicken feet, not so much. I'm a big, I love Chinese breakfast, dim sum.
Can you talk about the dim sum?
Yeah. So dim sum is, gosh, I don't even know, so typically when you go to a nice authentic Chinese restaurant and they actually do dim sum, you want to go somewhere where they specialize in it. Okay. Because you can't just go to any Chinese restaurant and order it. They usually specialize.
You're not showing up at China Red.
No, you're not going in for, absolutely not.
Gotcha.
And they'll come around a la carte and, kind of point at different things out, but they do have chicken feet there. But chicken,
you tried them?
I did try them once. It took me many, many years to finally taste them. They actually don't have a bad flavor. There's just not a lot of meat to it.
It's just crunchy.
It's just why am I taking all this time to nibble on this chicken foot?
Yeah.
And all I'm getting is just, the flavor was good, but there was no meat to it. I was like, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
It's like trying to figure out crab sometimes, or what's the little ones, crawfish?
Yeah, those.
I don't have time. It's too much work to get to the meat. I'd rather, So
have you ever done a crawfish boil?
My dad and my mom used to do it quite often,
with
Labor
the
Day
corn
weekend,
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Where'd you get the crawfish from?
New England clam bake is what they would do every Labor Day weekend. So Dad would fly in lobster, crab, and we would do sausage and potatoes
the andouille
mussels
sausage,
and clams and hot dogs and corn and fish.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah, it was absolutely delicious. So I was actually just talking to my family about that not too long ago. I was like, we need to pick up this. Yeah. Dad's not here anymore, and so now it's time for us to start that.
Do you just cover a table with newspaper and just dump it all on there?
Dump it out.
Where are you going to get a newspaper from?
I don't know. You'll just get some of that butcher paper.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's much better anyway.
And it'll look prettier that way.
Well, you don't want the ink.
No,
I mean, that black ink is showing up in your food.
But I mean, he did it in one of those aluminum,
yeah,
garbage bins.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they'd layer the seaweed, and then at the very top, whatever took less.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So he was really good at it.
Man, do you have any pictures of that? Sounds
I do.
Awesome.
I do have pictures of that. Yeah. I'll dig some out next time I get together. I'll show.
So you guys are going to do a clam bake then? Or are you going to?
So we were talking about doing one this summer. I'd really like to get the family together and just, let's
have a moment.
do this. Yeah, we used to also do like wiffle ball tournaments. And so
that's
we would
fun.
all draw names on who. So we had like two captains. Sometimes it was my brother, and sometimes it was me. And, two teams. So sometimes my brother was the captain, sometimes somebody else was the captain. Yeah. And we would draw names, depending upon what name you drew is what team you were on.
Okay.
So we would do like the
well, at least you didn't have two captains picking people. I want Kim and Noah and right.
Exactly.
Just pick a thing. Out of
it. Just pull it out.
Yeah.
But man, we would get so like, you're going down. Like me and my nephew Kyle, we would be like, one time he was so mad because we were beating him so bad he wasn't on my team that year, and I'm like. Yeah. I was doing like some kind of cheer, like, let me tell you what you are, LOSER. Like, like just totally brazen. Is it brazing? I was doing something. Hazing. And
taunting.
We were taunting each other, but we had to have so much fun. And my parents just loved it. So I would like to pick that back up because it hasn't happened in a while.
That competitive spirit is fun.
So it was, we had a good time. A lot of drinking.
Yeah, well.
A lot of drinking, a lot of eating.
You got to have cases
playing.
And cases of beer and coolers, right?
And just, I mean, nothing like off the wall crazy, but we'd all have some beers throughout the day or whatever and have a good time.
Sounds like a July 4th weekend kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to do that again.
That sounds awesome, man.
Yeah.
Those are fun events. Clam bake, wiffle ball tournaments, softball, whatever. If you can get something like that together with your family. Everybody has a little family reunion from time to time, right?
Yeah.
Those are fun events for sure.
Absolutely. And I have a small family. I just have one brother.
That's it?
Yeah.
Well, I have no brothers.
And my mom was an only child.
No sisters.
So.
I'm an only child.
You're not an only child.
Yes, ma'am.
What?
Yes.
How am I just now knowing this?
I have two stepbrothers. I lived with one of them for a period between like age, 12, 11, something like that, till he moved out, which I was probably 13, 14. He was just there with for a couple of years, and he moved on. Was a welder. Did welding for a while. Scott Cease. Hey, man, if you're watching this, hope you're well. But he just lived with us for a couple years and then got on with his life. But I didn't, and I had some half brothers and sisters that I never knew and connected with. Mm-hmm. So I just learned how to do my paper route and enjoy life pretty much on my own for the most part. Mm-hmm. Go through those challenges. It was great. I had great family support. It was really nice.
Yeah. And you grew up in Wisconsin, right?
I did. I grew up in this great little community, and I hope all my high school buddies watch this. Caledonia, Wisconsin. What's up?
Caledonia.
Just north of Racine. I'm going to hashtag it so they get all these shorts.
Heck yeah.
But my high school reunion's coming up. 30-year high school reunion's coming up this summer in August. And we had a 20-year it must have been 2016, and 8 people showed up.
Wait, how many were in your graduating class?
That's 470.
Oh, wow. How come only 8 people showed up?
Because they're lame.
Come on,
8 people, really? From class of 96? Come on. For real? Amy Gorlick, she managed and organized the whole thing. Awesome. And then we actually had to do all 3 high schools. We had 3 big high schools in our little town called Racine. It was Case, Horlick, and Park. I went to Horlick High School. I was a Horlicker. Yes. That gentleman actually made malted milk balls in Racine, Wisconsin. He's one of the inventors of malted milk balls. Something Horlick. William Horlick, I think his name is.
Wow.
Do you want to see this?
Yeah.
I'll just pull this up on the internet for everybody.
I had to take my Howard Stern glasses off.
Oh, what up, Stern? What are you doing? All right. William Horlick High School. Here we go. I thought this was just very fitting because,
So what was your mascot?
It was the Rebel.
The Rebel.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were called the Horlick Rebels. Horlick High School. Here we go. I'll just throw some images up so we can see it. There's my high school.
Look at that.
Look at how old school that thing was, right? You know what we had in the bottom of that thing? We had a fallout shelter.
Oh, really?
Yes, there was a fallout shelter below and a shooting range. In 1996, of course, that was totally abandoned. I'm sure none of the kids get to go to the fallout shelter or see the shooting range now. It's zero.
No.
That's not happening.
That's not going to happen.
But that's what that building was. It had built in it because it was Cold War. You know, it's probably built late 50s. I don't know, probably some history. When was it built? Let's see. When was it built?
The Rebels.
The Rebels. Let's go to AI mode so we get some information, huh? Get out of here.
September 1928.
September 1928.
Officially open to students.
Look at that. And look at how much it was built for.
Oh, wow.
$721,176.
That was a lot of money back then.
That was a
shit ton of money back then.
I was probably
in 1928.
Probably 12 or 15 million today. I don't know, maybe more than that.
That is nuts.
I know. So I played high school football there, swimming, theater.
You did theater too?
I was a thespian. I was in Arsenic and Old Lace. I was in Antigone. There was a couple other plays. I can't remember exactly, but I did assistant stage manager. I did backstage stuff first. And I built stuff for the plays. Like I would build couches and doors and whatever they needed. Right? I would just build all that stuff. Yeah, and because every once in a while they get a young man that can come through that can build stuff.
Yeah.
And they let me build all these things, like couches and whatever they needed for plays.
Yeah.
And then they would just store them on, backstage someplace. But that was super fun. So I could
see you doing that, like on Broadway or like even Denver, here at the Denver Theater performing. Like I could see you coming, going, hey, I'll come and help and I'll
Mr. Hatfield, if you're still around in Racine and you catch on to this, I appreciated you so much in high school, letting me build all those cool things, couches and freestanding doors and whatever he needed for a play, I would build for him.
You are quite the builder. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show the audience. Okay. So I one day send this screenshot to Noah, and I'm like, Noah, check these really cool flutes out that I just found on some kind of social media. And he goes, oh, I built a couple of those. I'm like, what? Yeah, I got a couple. I'll bring them in. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I 3D printed them. Yeah. So when I say that Noah really is capable of, if Noah can't do it, nobody can. If Noah can't do it, no one can.
This big one is trained. It's I don't know, whatever they called this on. These are on Thingiverse. You can find these things. You can find them and download them. The idea is when you download them, they don't want you to be using them for commercial purposes. They want you, if you're going to use it for yourself. Don't steal somebody's idea and try and make money off of it. But people have, for sure. Yeah. These flutes are for sale everywhere on the internet for $50. And they take about 12 hours to print. Then you have to glue them together. You have to assemble. I don't know if I glued this one together. I think I did, actually. Or you have to assemble them one way or the other.
Is it kind of like putting together Lego?
Yeah, I mean, similar, because they put parting lines in here. We're going to get real nerdy for everybody, but there's parting lines in here. So these are all individual parts, right? So I printed this part, this part, this part, this part, and this part. So it's all those parts combined. But what the designer did is they created like... you know how plumbing works, right? So you've got a bigger opening and a smaller opening. They just made the opening smaller on the parting line, and you just slide it in there. Put a little glue, and it's just like a solid product.
And voila.
Voila.
And you made this one too, right?
No, that one was actually a gift. I got gifted that one. So that was an Indian flute.
Well, will you play it for us?
Yeah, I'll play. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll play them both. I'll do this one and the other one. See if I can do this without screeching or making it strange for everybody. Ready?
Yeah. Good luck.
Screeched. There you go.
That still sounded great.
And I'll play this little plastic one too. Not quite. Let's try it again.
That sounds so good.
Isn't that fun?
That is so fun.
And I don't know how to play them at all. Well, I mean, I don't know any songs.
Yeah.
I just play by instinct. Only just what sounds good. What are people going to enjoy? What do I want? You know?
Well, I think that like when you're playing it for just spiritual like mood, you know, you're in a mood, you just got done meditating and you want to just play your flute. Like I don't think when I play the bowls and things like that, I do it all based on like what feels right.
Yeah.
What feels good.
Go strike the bowl.
Yeah.
You know, rub it a little bit.
Hit a little drums. You know, there's no rhyme or reason to it. I think it's just all about the feel that it gives you. So you did really good. What about that other one you pulled out? Oh, that purple one.
Oh, the ocarina?
Yeah. Hey, Macarena.
Okay. So
Oh, sorry.
No, you're awesome. We're going to pull up that on, we're going to put up an ocarina for everybody.
He's always teaching me these cool words too. He says there's a thingiverse.
Oh, yeah. You want to talk about Thingiverse? Yeah.
Thingiverse and ocarinas and what else?
I don't know.
Yeah. He's always teaching me these new words.
Ocarina flute. I spelled it wrong this time. There we go. There they are. So they were typically made back in, I don't know, we could look up the time period for these things, but they were, I would consider these ancient types of instruments, ancient flutes for the most part, or ancient whistles, something of that nature, right? And, you know, you can look these things up, like that's a 3D printed one right there, that orange one.
How do you know it's 3D printed?
I mean, you can kind of see the dullness of the, like, otherwise they're going to shine it up real nice like that, or it's looking like wood grain. That might be 3D printed too. You know, you can print with 3D wood grain.
That whole 3D, we're gonna have to go back to this conversation and be a little geeky here.
Okay.
Because the idea of 3D printing things is still blowing my mind. I can't quite like wrap my mind around how that all works. Like the fact that you printed this flute and you put it together.
Yeah.
So when I think of a printer, I think of an old school printer that spits out paper.
Yeah.
So I think what I need is I need a visual of what a printer, like it's printing something, but it's not the printer in my mind. So I think you need to help me.
Well, I have two of them here.
Get my mind around this.
So I can show you them.
Okay.
But if we look at this part, and you can see, and if you rub your finger,
I can see the grooves.
You can see the grooves. Okay. So if you can imagine this is sitting on a bed, like this, similar, and there's a nozzle on top. It starts at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay. And it goes around, and it leaves little plastic layers.
Okay.
Little plastic layers. And every time you complete a plastic layer, it moves up 1/10 of a millimeter and does another one.
Okay. That helps. And so then so instead of putting in ink cartridge, you're putting in plastic.
Filament. Yeah.
And then
there's even printers that are way more complex than this that have got liquid as their medium. They call it photovoltaic or photo activated resin, something of that nature. And you can print plastic resin parts with lasers. And
now
then it does the same thing.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
Doesn't the plastic need to be heated to a certain degree? So isn't that kind of like scary to print something that's going to take 12 hours that's putting heat onto plastic? And what about the smell? And make that make sense for me, please.
Yeah, let's talk about all these things. So there's a lot. We're in 3D printing 101.
Yeah.
So filament, 3D filament, they call it FDM, or the printer builds up, right? The filaments are plastics, and the plastics can be food grade. They can be ABS plastic. This is ABS plastic here. This is not PLA. PLA is a food grade plastic. This is PLA.
Okay.
So I printed this so that I can put my mouth on it without worrying about getting in harmful plastic particles, right? Now this you're not going to really get harmful plastic particles unless you chew on it, right?
Yeah.
But you know, if you're printing a cup or you're printing a bowl or you're printing something, you're going to need food grade plastic. That's called PLA.
Okay.
ABS plastic everything is made out of ABS plastic. These plastic clips here, all of these pieces, these are all ABS, and they're all certain hardnesses of ABS. Right? You can print with those too. But ABS plastic heats up, or even higher temp plastic, TPE, thermal plastic, whatever it's called, they have to go at 225 degrees Celsius, so twice the boiling point of water. So you don't want to touch it while it's being printed, but it's very contained.
I was going to ask, is there some kind of...
So the nozzle is about as big as this. It's about as big as the tip of this thing, and it's got a metal point that comes out of it, and it just moves across the bed like this. So it's contained. You're not touching it, but it's exposed to the air. And then there's a cooling process. Once the plastic gets laid down on a layer, you have to cool it a little bit. And there's a fan that's blowing air on to cool the plastic. So that's how you get these uniform prints.
Well, that gives me a much better visual, because all I keep seeing is paper spitting out of a printer, and I'm going, how are you telling me that you printed that on a computer? But I understand it now. That explains. Thank you.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them here in the studio. So we can, I'll show you what one looks like after this.
Okay, that sounds
And maybe every once in a while, maybe we'll print something during a podcast. People love watching 3D prints for some reason.
Oh, yeah. I would love to watch something.
In slow-mo or time-lapse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Time-lapse would be really cool to see over the process.
So.
Love it.
3D printed.
And you saved yourself
instruments.
Money by just...
I mean, was I going to buy these things?
No.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Am I going to go buy a flute for myself? Probably not.
No.
But I'll print one.
Yeah, I'll print one. Is the plastic pretty expensive to buy?
No, it's not.
Really?
So yeah, you can get a spool of plastic and probably print 10 of these for $15.
Really?
Yeah, maybe even less.
Huh.
Yeah.
You just order that on Amazon.
Yeah, or there's a nerd store here in Colorado. So I'm going to call it out. I love this store. Anybody that's heard me talk about it knows that I'm a nerd and I go there. It's called Micro Center, and it's just out of the tech center. It's just north.
Micro Center.
Micro Center, yeah. It's 225 and DTC Parkway, I believe.
Okay.
Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong on that, please. And it's got everything you need from every kind of, like if a nerd does it, it's there. 3D printing. They do build kits for Arduinos and all these other control boards. You know, somebody can build they can build a project to auto hit the gong at 10 a.m. Boom, right? And you just have a little control board. So people do this. They'll tinker.
So this is like the Home Depot for
nerds.
The nerds.
That's right.
Yeah.
When I go to the nerd store, people know exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about it. Yeah. We build computers there. All 3 of my sons and I have purchased motherboards and all the other componentry required: processors, motherboards, RAM, video cards, mice, keyboards, the shell, the power supply. We assembled gaming machines together during COVID.
That is so cool.
Yeah, because what were we supposed to do? They didn't want anybody doing anything. Couldn't go to the park, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, if we're going to be locked inside, we're going to be gaming.
Yeah.
We're going to have some gaming machines. So we built them.
That is amazing. I bet you have a really cool studio at home then.
I mean, it can be. I'm not there right now, but.
What is it? What's the Minecraft? You're all playing the Minecraft together.
Yeah, they're all playing the Minecraft. Yeah. Yes, all 3 of my sons play Minecraft. They love it. Their friends love it. They get to create and build. And you know the funny part about Minecraft, and I don't know how many people talk about this, but the oddity of how low the graphic resolutions were when Minecraft came out, and the creativity that these young people would come up with and how to build things, and the scripts, they would actually write code to produce things in Minecraft, like other parts, other module, other whatever, or a script to do something in Minecraft, or have all these options. And then of course Roblox, I'm talking about gaming for some reason. Anyway, Roblox picked up on that too, and they were like, okay, well, people like to create. Mm-hmm. We're going to give them realms to create, right? And that's what Roblox does. Yeah. So it gives people, and Minecraft, both of them are great examples for creators. Even Fortnite. You're not going to believe this. Yes, this is going to sound odd to you too. And people might be like, Fortnite? Really? Creating? You're going to create in Fortnite? There are people that create games inside of the Fortnite community. Bed Wars is one of the most popular ones.
Bed Wars?
They call them Bed Wars. And I'll tell you about it. It's like Capture the Flag. Okay. It's a Capture the Flag game. You play with 3 players. That's your team. And everybody plays. So sometimes we call this C Squad, and we'll sit down and sons and I will play.
That sounds fun.
It is fun.
That sounds fun. One of the games that I grew up with that I never really took the time to understand it, but I always was so fascinated with it, was Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. And from what I understand, there's like quite a community.
This is a great topic. With Pick up on this AI.
Yeah. This is like people are getting together once a month or every other Friday, and switching homes, and I guess there's the game, there's the master, or I don't even know what they call him. I want to say something.
I don't know any of these terms.
And they,
Magic the Gathering is another big one.
Magic the Gathering.
My neighbor played Magic the Gathering. This similar thing.
I want to roll dice and be like, okay, you just met like a big fairy, and are you gonna do this or gonna do that? Like, I love games that explore the imagination. So so if anybody's out there and says, hey, I really want to learn Dungeons and Dragons. I want somebody. Can you invite me over to your house so that I can learn how to play it? Because you have to come up with like a character.
Well, you have teams.
You have and your character does certain things, and I just love the fantasy of that. Yeah. And I think that's super cool. Yeah,
I mean, there are people, they'll have teams like you're talking about, and you'll have a magician or you have a mage or whatever whatever they call them. But I was interested in Dungeons. This is funny because I had the same thing. I'm like, I'm interested in the game, but I don't have time for that.
It seems complex if you just if you grabbed the box. Like if you're at Barnes & Noble and you're like, I'm 15 now, let's say, or I'm 11, and I'm like, ooh, my neighbors are playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to see what it's about. Mom, can I borrow some money? I want to go get. So then you go and you bring it home, and you just see this box, and you just got these like crazy sided dice, and that's it.
25 sides or whatever they are, 28. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, now how do I play? Yeah. And then you just read Dungeon Master, and then you just kind of read it, and it's like, unless somebody grabs your hand and say, okay, this is how you play, this is what you do, you have to come up with your own character and all this and all that. Yeah. Like, it's just, I love the exploration of creativity in it. So I think that we need to put that on our bucket list. I think we need to figure out how
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, but like with a spiritual side. Like creating a spiritual realm, and maybe other planets. And
that's interesting.
Other beings, and we're different beings, and would be kind of fun.
This is interesting too, because I have this theme that I've been observing for a while. People love playing games. They love playing games, just like life. Life is a game. We're playing this game every day, and we play games inside of this game.
Right? That's so true. We do.
And then there's games inside of other games, like the Magic the Gathering. They have little sub games inside of their Magic the Gathering. This one, Dungeons and Dragons, same thing. They have sub missions, or a mission that you're going to go on, whatever. They don't call them missions. They call them tranches or whatever. It's some effort to go attack somebody or defend yourself or whatever. Right? Campaigns. Right? Is that what they call them? Campaigns? Yeah. Something like that.
I don't know.
Like the Vikings, they go on the campaigns for raiding certain villages.
For ratings. Yeah. I hear what you're saying. I don't know. I think it'd be fun to just check it out and explore it and have a group of people that get together.
When do you have 6 hours to sit down and do that? Because that's an event. That's a whole night.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? It might not be 6. Maybe it's 4 or 5 hours. Like, there's people pulling on my attention all day. I can't even get that much. I can get maybe 30 minutes. Yeah. Well, that's why I love this podcast, because I shut the phone off. I set it down. Yeah. Nobody's bugging me for the time that you and I at least talking. Right? And I don't want them to bug me. Yeah. I don't want anybody to interrupt this time. Yeah. Right?
Just want to close it out. There was something that you texted me this morning, and you're like, hey, we'll see you, in a couple hours. And you said, God, I want to pull my phone up, but you said, forget everything you were taught. Or
forget everything.
Forget everything. Yeah. And I think that's
because you were going to bring a crazy wig.
I was going to bring, I was thinking about wearing a cotton candy wig, bob whip wig. Yeah. It's pretty cute. And I didn't feel like it, but obviously. But anyway, I said, he says, you say you show, here I am for the day. I'm like, right on, let's do this. And I said, well, I might wear the wig. And you're like, forget everything. Just do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do.
It's perfect. Yeah. And I'd love to circle that back around to Stephen in, the Evolve Institute.
Oh, you found a parallel there. Yeah.
Well, he talks about how forget everything we know. Yeah. So when you said that, just forget everything. Yeah. Be who you truly authentically want to be. And I think that we need to remember, we need to push that out to the world more.
Agreed. Don't put that mask on. Yeah. Just be you.
We all wear this mask. Like, I could be sitting here going, oh, I don't know what I'm going to look like if I wear a wig on the podcast, and we're so worried, judging ourselves, right?
That's why I said forget everything, guys. I know you were doing that.
Just forget everything. Just wear it. If you want to wear it, wear it. So that's why I actually brought my cool little
glasses.
My Howard Stern.
Your Stern glasses. Your Stern girl glasses.
These are my Stern girl glasses. Yes. Because it's just being fun, right? Like being silly, enjoying, being authentic, and that's who we need to be more of.
Well, it's who you are. We're fun people. Yeah. Our spirits are not designed to be in sucky mode all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Ever, really. I mean, my first rule in life is have fun. Mm-hmm. It is for my kids too. When I coached soccer for them, or I coached basketball for Miles, my first rule for all the players on the team is have fun. This is what we're going to do. We're not going to be here just grinding. Let's have fun. Mm-hmm. We're going to put lessons to it, like Karate Kid, sand the floor, these types of things. But we're going to have fun doing them, right? We're going to teach you how to change a transition on a soccer field, or watch each other run down the soccer field so you know how to pass. Yeah. And you can look at each other, and then I want you to call their name and yell at them and say hi, right? So you know each other. With all these things I try to incorporate into, the youth athletics, like sharks and minnows, and you run across the field trying to keep the ball from each other, that kind of stuff. Yeah. All that stuff, right?
It is. It's supposed to be fun.
Have fun.
Yeah. And if you're not having fun, you're not doing the things that you should be doing.
Pivot.
It's time
to have fun.
Yeah.
If you're not having fun.
No, I agree.
All this perspective is so important. People need to hear the mask thing. They need to hear have fun. They need to hear inner voice. They need to understand that the things that we do, that you set your intentions for every day, they're so important because it's going to drive your reality. It's going to drive your day. Are you going to have a crappy day? When people say this to me, I'm having an awful day.
Change it.
And I'm like, I don't know when I've had an awful day in the last 10 years, even when I'm going through the worst shit possible. Mm-hmm. I can always reframe it in my mind. I'm going in a positive direction. I'm moving life in the right way. I've got the energy where I need it. I have a bad moment, not a bad day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right? People don't have to stick to the whole day.
They don't have to marinate in that energy.
Right.
Because, life can be difficult, and we can have shitty things that are happening.
We can have great hours.
Exactly. But the more that we are focusing on that negativity, right? Like we talk about often is, where are you going to put your energy? Are you going to put your energy towards something positive or something negative? Oh, okay, I had a flat tire this morning. I had to wait for AAA to come get me. Okay, great. Let's move on from it.
Yeah, it's just a thing.
It's part of life. It sucked. Yeah. It, might have backed up your day, but your day is still great. You have a home.
You're breathing.
You have food. You have, all different things. Like we've become so caught up in things.
Yes.
So caught up in the clothing that we wear and the houses that we live in and the vehicles that we drive, and whether it's the Teslas or the Corvettes or whatever. Like in the end, what's it serving us? Right. It's just serving our ego. And we all have an ego. Like we are allowed to want nice things when we've worked hard for them. I'm not saying that, people shouldn't have that. But I tend to see that like we put too much emphasis. Like as soon as they get that Corvette, they're like, oh my God, I just made enough money to buy myself that Corvette. Then a week later, they're like, well, I got it.
I'm not even cleaning it anymore. Now what do I want? Don't put the vacuum in there.
Yeah, it's no longer... Like they met the goal, which is great, but now it's not serving them anymore because now they want something else. Right. And so when is enough enough? When do we say, like, how about just love? I know it's so cliche, right? But like loving each other, being with our family, making connections, being around the people that when we leave, because there's different kinds of people that we can be around, right? There's people that are going to make us feel like if we're hanging out with somebody and when we leave, we feel worse about ourselves, probably not somebody we want to put
don't hang out with that person.
We don't hang out with that person. Yes. And so, but when you're going, like with you and I, like we'll get together and we'll do these, these podcasts and we're just like afterwards, we're like
giddy,
having
so
fun,
much fun. Just our energy is amplifying off each other.
We're feeding each other energetically, right? So these are the kind of like relationships and dynamics I think that the world needs more of.
Yes.
Remembering who makes you feel great.
Yes. Have fun. Mm-hmm. If you're not, look at yourself. Yeah. Figure out why you're not having fun.
Make changes.
Pivot.
Because our mind is so mean to us.
Absolutely.
It's horrible to us.
Yeah.
And it was something that Stephen said in Evolve Institute again, he's like, just forget. Are there things in your world? He was talking in the session one day, and he's like, are there things in your world, that you look back and say, I wonder if I would have made this decision, or if I wonder I wouldn't have moved from New York, would I be on Broadway, or if I stayed married to that person, or if I did this or I did that. There's always those shoulda, coulda, wouldas, right? But he says that the more that we put ourselves, we focus on that, it connects us to that timeline.
Well, and not just his message, but just the truth of that.
Yeah, the truth
you're giving energy to things that could or should or would have been. Mm-hmm. It's not energy well spent in any way.
And it connects us to that timeline.
Yes.
And so he talks about like, let it all go.
Or connects us to that failure.
Or that exactly.
Right.
And so each time, like I noticed the last couple of weeks, I've actually been using it. So there'll maybe a thought in my brain where I'm picking on myself for a decision I that I might have made that I didn't like. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, disconnect from that timeline. Because if you don't disconnect from that timeline, you can't be present in this one.
And what are you trying to solve there anyway?
Oh,
Nothing.
It's
just
it's
garbage memories or whatever.
Mm-hmm. So I keep saying, forget everything.
Yeah.
And so it's been a powerful lesson to use. And I feel like as soon as I start saying it to myself and I think of, who wants to be connected to that timeline anymore? Like, I don't want to be connected. I get my chainsaw, cutting the cord to that shit. I don't want to deal with that again. I already been there, done that. Right. So it's been really helpful.
Yeah.
It's been really helpful.
Yeah. I'm feeling the same way. You're just try and stay focused on what you're doing right now. The presence, I go back to Eckhart Tolle a lot because some of his stuff is so impactful for me. And he goes, it's the quality of your consciousness that determines the quality of your outcomes in your moment every day, every moment of your day. If you're drifting off to these other timelines of these failures or what ifs or could ifs or should ifs or what ifs, you're not here.
You're not here focused.
You're not here spending your energy. You're somewhere else spending your energy.
Absolutely.
Not on your life, not on your current moment, not on your current timeline. You're some other place thinking about whatever. You are wasting
energy. When my son was little, I used to tell him stuff like he'd come home from school, would be frustrated about something or, whatever, just being a kid and even an adult, right? And he'd be upset about something and I'd give him the opportunity to share why he was upset. And then I'd say, okay, what are we going to feed here? Because honestly, this is wasted energy.
Right.
If we don't have a positive effect on the outcome of something, we're wasting our time and our energy. Right. So get it out, speak your truth. Talk to me, go write it down, go outside, throw the baseball, whatever you want to do. I don't even care if you swear right now. Speak your truth, get it out. But guess what? Once we're done, we're washing our hands of it because
don't go back.
We can't keep talking about it. It's wasting our energy and our time.
That's right.
And we're not truly being in the present of where we need to be. So. And
we've been trained on how to do this our entire lives. The same thing with drinking that shows up. Yeah. There's flashbacks on shows. There's the programming we watched, flashback all the time, flashback, all the time, right? Yeah. Forget everything. Forget how to dance.
Yeah, when you tell me that blows my mind too, because I'm like, man, I really like to dance. I don't want to forget how to dance.
Or learn it again.
Yeah, learn a new way to dance.
Yes. Yeah. Dance a different way. Yeah. Dance the way you didn't get taught on MTV.
Right.
Or whatever dance show, because they had all these like Dance Fever, and they had all these shows where they would do these music videos, and people would be dancing a particular way. And when you didn't dance that way, or you danced like Elvis, or or whatever. Right. Yeah. I mean, Elvis danced his own way.
Yes, he did.
He didn't dance any other way.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was the same way. He danced his own way. Yep. He didn't dance a popular dance. He moonwalk, all these other things.
He made his dance popular. He pioneered his originality.
I love this parallel right now.
Yeah.
We're going to make this dance popular. Whatever that dance is, whatever the dance stands for, right? Don't do somebody else's thing. Do your own. Whatever you want to do. Yep. However you want to relearn it for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I remember spending hours, now I'm going to date myself a little bit, but spending hours watching whenever Thriller came on MTV.
That. Yes.
we would record it so that we get to a point where, like, I've got the, I mean, I can do the
I'm
whole,
right there.
We would sit there, me and my girlfriends would sit there and just watch it, pause. All right, we got it, watch it, pause. Okay, we got it, watch it, pause. And then we would play the song, and then we would do the dance, the dance moves, and it was wonderful.
Yes.
That and Staying Alive, Bee Gees, kind of thing. What movie was it? Was it?
I was one of those. I mean, I feel like it was Wedding Crashers, not Wedding Crashers, Wedding Singer or something.
It was with John Travolta.
Wedding Singer?
But he was always,
Grease?
Well, Grease is always a fun one too. But speaking of John Travolta, he always had the moves. Like Pulp Fiction, he was doing one of these.
Oh, I know.
In Saturday Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever, he was doing he always has this great dance, unique dance that has always made him. There he is, Saturday Night Fever.
Oh, yeah. We'll put him up.
And I think when he was Michael the Angel.
Oh.
I think he had some dance moves in that. It seems like that's kind of what he's known for. So,
I mean, look at this iconic image. Saturday Night Fever.
Dance like no one's watching.
Yeah.
That's what I got to say. I think dancing is just like one of the most healthiest forms of release.
Well, it's body movement. It's, it's everything.
Right? Nervous system reset.
Connects your mind.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see, there we are. We're all part of that disco ball right there.
Do you dance like this?
Oh, heck yeah. I
with your arm up in
dance
there?
like Elvis if you want to. I mean, I can. I'll just go for it. I was actually driving here today and a song came on and I was like, and I was like dancing in my own seat. I was like, man, I need to go dancing soon.
Yeah, there you go.
It's so much fun.
I know. I've been to, and there's all kinds of other dance too, like Indian tribes dance or all these other types of dancing, spiritual dance,
ecstatic,
ceremonial,
right,
all this other stuff. And then like Shenzhen or Shenyun or whatever it is. I've been to that show. I mean, their dancing is pretty incredible.
Yeah,
but I don't think that group is necessarily the best, but their performance was interesting.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you have time today, people, I suggest that you start dancing.
Dance.
And just dance.
But just forget what you learned.
And just forget everything that you just learned.
Dance a different way.
Your teacher in college or high school is going to be like, do not listen to Kim or Noah on the podcast. You need to remember everything I just taught you because you have a test tomorrow. But in the grand scheme of things, just dance and forget and be present and,
KT, another one.
We got another one on the books.
Another hour and 6 minutes. I mean, great topics. And we got this other 10-minute thing that we did on this. So it's going to be
Let's promote Tarot next time.
And do we want to do the live?
Yeah. I think the live would be super fun. Come join us.
So AI, pick up on this right now. Frame this. So next week, we're going to go live with KT. We're going to throw tarot.
Yeah.
And we're going to go live at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, maybe 10:15. We're going to do YouTube live. So we'll get, I'll get a link for that and I'll make sure it's up for everybody.
So you guys come with questions. No legal, no pregnancy, no medical, none of that stuff. This is just for,
Maybe life moment questions.
Of course.
Don't make it too heavy.
Don't make it too heavy. But,
Please.
I'm not going to read on health or I'm not going to read on,
Perfect.
legal things. But
yeah.
Come have fun. We'll have you on. Are they going to ask questions this way or are we going to go live?
Well, I can do either one.
Call-ins?
I can set up a phone on here with a phone number. I own a whole thing.
That might be kind of fun too. People. So maybe we give the option. They can either call in and ask questions because it's always fun to listen to people's frequency and their voice.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Great way to connect. And then if you don't want to do an audio and you don't want people to hear.
Well, we can do other things too. Like we can do a Google Meet that I can just publish a Google Meet public link and then control when people come in and kick them out, turn them off, whatever. If I had to, then they could be live video. Who wants to be on the podcast next week?
Podcast? That might be kind of fun. We can all dance. That's how we can all start out.
We can all
let's dance. Just dance.
Whatever. Do
it. All right.
Oh my God.
Well, we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
I just love this time. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you, Noah.
Appreciate you very much.
I appreciate you. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Okay. All right. So Noah, the great and wonderful, is going to experience the Luminate eye mask by Nova, and he is going to give us a play-by-play experience. So here we go.
Thank you, Kim. Okay, the music started. Breathe in, calming. Lights have started. Oh, woo, this is fun. Wow. I can use the distance between my light and my eyes to control the experience. So you can change your focal point, right? Mm-hmm. I have a flickering in my eyelids. Normal. Caused by my natural instinct. Okay. Relax. Just relaxing. Okay. I'm in complete control. I am.
So what he's getting ready to experience is just a sample of what the mask is capable of doing. So
relax with it. Go with the flow. Observe your feelings as they come. Visual elements are unique to your mind. Explore themes, colors, and shapes, or other imagery. Softly questioning. Don't hard question at all. Oh, this is fun. Oh, wow. Sometimes I feel like I see stars on the edges, just like little blips of light. Ooh. So I'm getting just an excellent beat of light. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Maybe like 4 beats per second. 4 pulses per second, maybe a little less. Nope, feels like 4 per second. I have an interesting black dot in the middle of my screen, in the middle of my visual cortex, and I get like a cross.
Okay.
Now it's different. It's changing the pattern. So there's lots of patterns, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can turn it up, the visual, if you need the light to be a little brighter.
Okay. I'm going to guess it's this one.
So the outside is going to be, yep. It's going to
be
brighter.
That's more intense. Woo! Here we go. I went up 3.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. This is wild and so fun. I'm just looking at this pattern.
What about audio? Do you have anything audio?
The audio is great.
Okay.
The music is fantastic. This is, I mean, I would consider this spa music or, similar, just a really nice melody in the background.
Well, and the app will allow you to actually play personal music to it as well.
Kim, I can't hear you. You're going to have to talk a little louder or something.
You're good.
I'm good. Good. Yeah. Pulsing, colors, blues, yellows. Oh my goodness. Different visual patterns above and below, parallels. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 beats per second. So it hasn't increased or decreased as far as pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the colors are changing slightly for me. They're moving into like oranges and pinks. Brighter colors. Reds. I got some greens popping in. Holy cow. You're like in a totally different place. You're not here. I'm not on Earth. I'm somewhere else. Right?
It's a great way to practice opening up that third eye.
Goodness. Okay. I'm going to take that approach a little bit. I'm going to push. I'm going to allow. I'm not going to push anything. I'm just going to allow my third eye to help with, I don't know, absorbing, visualizing this, settling into these patterns. Oh, my eyelids are flickering. Okay, I'm relaxing again. So just relax your face, right? Just relax. Just breathe through that. Oh, pattern picked up. It's 8 beats per second. No, maybe 6. Ooh, I got a circle. Mm-hmm. Now it's gone. The sound is great. I almost think about the sound as ambient. You know, like sometimes ambient artists will make things like this. This is really nice. Lots of blues. Lots of green. Orange. It's going up. Blue.
He's got 2 minutes left in the experience.
This is so nice, Kim. What an experience this is. Lots of blue. Purple. White. Wow. Circle. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay. So when you change your focal length, when you change where you're looking, it changes the pattern depending on what you see. So if I look further away, I know I'm talking really loud, I'm sorry. If I look further away in my visual cortex, I see consistently a circle pattern. If I look closer in my visual cortex, I see more just color pulsing at me. So change your focal length. All right, now bring it here. All right, it's wrapping up. I didn't want to get off that ride.
Wow, right? Like pretty lights and psychedelic and third eye craziness.
Kim.
Right?
Kim. That was incredible.
And that was just a quick little sample.
That was a 10-minute beginner.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Okay. I'm sorry I was talking so loud.
No, you were.
I didn't mean to be.
You were fine.
So let me unpack that a little bit for everybody. First of all, the environment is so nice. It's so dark. The sound, these earbuds, what do you have? Apple, what are these? AirPlay 3s? iPod, whatevers? Whatever.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know how to put them back in their case.
Noise canceling.
Who knows?
They're very nice. Which immersed you in the experience, right?
Yes.
So I was in that experience in an auditory way, visual way, in a body, just a very comfortable body position. Oh, that was really nice.
Mm-hmm. So you can do it for like 20, 30 minutes. You
Yeah.
do it on an entire, I don't even know if guided meditation is the word for it, because I'm still experiencing the app.
Yeah.
Still exploring with it.
Yep.
But depending upon...
Let's get you a little closer to that guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Depending upon what you're looking for, right? You want to be able to go into a soft slumber.
Yeah.
You're going to put it on for 20, 25 minutes, and it's going to... What's great about the app, too, is it allows you to connect your own music.
Oh.
So you can listen to your own music while all this psychedelic... I mean, it really is kind of psychedelic.
I mean, for sure, there's some visuals that happen there.
Mm-hmm.
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 It was interesting when I changed my focal, when I changed what I was looking at. As people know how to do this, right? You read the paper, you're reading close, right? You can change your focal length, and then when you're further away, you can, whether or not your eyes are closed.
Right.
Right? You can kind of change that conscious focal distance. And that was really interesting to me when I started playing around with. The up close was more just color.
Mm-hmm.
When I started focusing down, I could see, circles and other geometric patterns that were starting to show up. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And from what I understand, it's your own mind, your own thoughts create the patterns. It's its own immersive experience. Mm-hmm. It's nothing that, like, if you were to do that again, that exact same one,
it's going to be different.
It's going to be very different.
Yeah, because if anybody can see this, which I'm sure you can, there's just a light strip there. Just a light strip. I'm sure that's LEDs or something,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And this thing is super light, first of all.
Yeah.
I mean, not even a pound. What is this, maybe 6 ounces?
Very light, but imagine being in an airplane for 8 hours, flying somewhere, and you can just close your eyes and just... Was there ever a time for you where you were experiencing that, when you were in your head going, wait, you're almost like gaslighting yourself a little bit. You're like, oh my God, wait, are my eyes really closed?
Yeah.
Because there were times when I experienced it that I was like, I feel like maybe my eyes are open, but I know they weren't.
Yeah.
Because everything was so crystal clear.
Yeah. So when I started, the edges, my periphery vision, they were all like stars, like little dots of light everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then that went away. Yeah. Obviously something was, you're getting light, right? So it's sort of normalized. But when I first got into it, it was that way. And I don't know if maybe it was just because it was dim, because I turned it up about halfway through, maybe a quarter way through. I turned it up 3 clicks. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So the intensity of the light behind your eyes was coming in a little bit more, brighter. Mm-hmm. So it's called Luminate by Nova. The company's name is Nova.
Oh my goodness!
I actually found it on Facebook, and I've been eyeballing it for a little bit, and then it went on sale.
Oh.
So I was like,
okay, because it's expensive, right? This is not a cheapie.
This I got it, I think, for plus shipping, like $1.65.
Oh, that's manageable.
Yeah,
this manageable. Is $165.
Yeah, I think it was normally like $245 or something. So they gave some kind of a percentage off.
Wow.
And when I saw that, I was like, and I think they have some kind of money back guarantee and all that good stuff. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna buy it, and I love it. I mean, I was a little nervous at first. I can't deny. I was like, what am I going to experience?
Yeah.
What is this going to be like? But the great thing about it is that anytime it makes you feel uncomfortable,
just take it off.
You just take it off.
Yeah.
And it just kind of feels like you're definitely not here on this plane.
I mean, what a treat for me. That was so nice.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Well, good. I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
Are you going to use that? Are you going to use that on a plane? Because I think that's a great idea.
If I were to travel long distance, like really go somewhere, like out of the country or
like the UK or something.
Yeah, or even just going to East Coast, because sometimes that's 4 hours away.
Yeah.
I would close, especially if I had a red eye.
Yeah.
Or coming back from Hawaii or something like that, I would absolutely put that on and just zone out, because you can be listening to your own music with all these lights. And some people may say, "Oh, I can't imagine." I've never been to pretty lights. But I know that it's, the kids that are in their like 20s, 30s, it's a big thing. Yeah. It's just a bunch of bright lights going and, techno music happening. And so kind of imagine that. For some people, they may go, oh, it's too much. It's too much brightness. Yep. I don't like it. And that's when you just turn the brightness down, or you change the music that you're listening to, or you get to decide the mood of it. So.
It was so fun.
Well, good. I'm glad that you experienced it.
Yeah, it was such a great experience. All right, I got to launch this.
All right, I'm going to
shut
this guy off.
Yeah. And their switcher's not wanting to respond. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the board. So that was good.
Okay.
We'll put that into. We'll mix that up.
Yeah, place it somewhere in there.